Bringing Scott County High School basketball. Last regular season game, Scott County going out in style. They're hosting probably one of the best teams in the state of Kentucky all throughout the season. The Bulldogs and Paul Lawrence Dunbar. Coach Chalk brings his Bulldogs into the ballgame with a record of 23-6. However, Coach Hicks, supposed to be a rebuilding year for the Cardinals. You look up, last game of the season, they're 26-3. Both teams ranked in the top 5 or top 10. It all depends on which poll you want to look at in the Associated Press. Scott County is ranked 3rd. Dunbar ranked 7th. When you go to the Lickin House, it's just opposite. Dunbar, I think, is ranked 3rd, and Scott County 7. But regardless of what you believe, both of them top 10 teams, both of them deserving of the ranking. Should be a good ball game here tonight. Kind of maybe foreshadowing of maybe the regional finals. Both teams hope so. But what we'll do is we'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll get into the season stats for Scott County. Talk a little bit of stats for Dunbar. Get ready for one of the better high school basketball games of the season. Scott County, Paul Lawrence Dunbar on the Scott County Sports Network when we come back.
Hi, Dick Stockton here. I've been announcing sports for over 40 years, and I know a winning team when I see one. Greens Toyota of Lexington has what it takes to win, which is why Greens is Kentucky's #1 Toyota dealer 2 years running. Family owned for over 40 years, Greens strives to give excellent customer service and best value for the dollar. No matter what department, parts, service, or sales, Greens continues to move forward doing business the right way every day. Be a part of Greens' winning team. Greens Toyota. Great people, great cars. Think green.
Steve Skierman, agency manager at the Scott County Farm Bureau Insurance, would like you to know that as your local insurance agent, he is right here in your community, ready to help you with all your insurance needs. In the event of a loss, you can count on Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance to help you through it. We have local claims adjusters to serve you at your time of loss. We are knowledgeable about our community and can provide valuable assistance and advice when needed. Call the office today at 502-863-2454 for a free, no obligation quote. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, big on commitment.
United Bank, together with you. We offer all the services you're looking for in a financial institution: convenience, great accounts, internet banking, and attentive customer service. With today's hectic pace, it's good to know United Bank meets your needs with locations right where you need them. With 13 offices in Scott, Jessamine, Fayette, and Woodford counties, 24/7 access to cash at our branch ATMs, and the Bluegrass Cash locations in Lexington, United Bank is together with you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
High school or college student athletes manage busy schedules. Remind your students they can access tutor.com for homework help from home or in the library from 3 p.m. until midnight every day. Library cards are required for this service. Call the library or visit our website, www.scottpublive.org, to learn more. Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. Mike Ritchie, Mark Rawls, Dave Burgess, Kevin Ritchie. High school basketball game. Mark, doesn't get any better than this. 2 top 5 ranked teams. The Paul Lawrence Dunbar Bulldogs. Supposed to have been there at the beginning of the season when you look at their starters. Travion Hollingsworth and Darius Williams, 2 of the better players in the 11th region. On the Scott County side of the things, Scott County wasn't supposed to be where they're at. You look up, they're 26-3. And Mark, all the time they talk about Coach Hicks, how many times over the years he's been deserving of Coach of the Year in his region and maybe even the state. There's nobody in the state of Kentucky, I'm going to draw the line right here, that's done a better job than Coach Hicks with this team this year. What's your thoughts?
Oh, I would agree wholeheartedly, Mike. Nobody thought this team would be where they are and as early as and consistent all year as they've been. Everybody thought there was a chance that they could be really good come tournament time. But for them to come out as strong as they did out of the gate and to maintain that all year long, just very impressive what this coaching staff has done. Mike, they're a very good shooting basketball team, shooting 45% from the field, 65% from the free throw line. That's going to kind of hurt, although the hidden gem right there is Cooper Robb, the point guard, is close to 80%, and he usually handles the ball 90% of the time, as long as he doesn't get in foul trouble. Turnovers, they're averaging 16 a game to only 12 assists. You'd like to get that a little bit better. They had struggled up at Louisville Eastern. Louisville Eastern's fast-paced game had something with that, but they had 16 turnovers up there the other night, which was a little bit out of character of what they've been doing. They're averaging 43 rebounds a game and to 32 that they're holding the opponents to. Very good rebounding team all year, and that's because of the guard play. When you look at Bryce Long and you look at Cooper Robb, pound for pound, there's not a better rebounder in the state than Cooper Robb. So I look for tonight to be a very good basketball game. It's been circled for a long time on both teams' calendars. This game got snowed out last year, so It's kind of making up for that. But you've got two coaches that have done a very good job this year with the programs, and this is tournament time. I mean, Mike, next week we're at district tournament, so this is what the marbles are for.
And, we talk about how good these teams are. When you're the number 1 seed going into the 42nd district or the 43rd district tournament, and both teams are in their own districts, that speaks volumes right there, especially with the quality of basketball in the 11th region. Everybody always talks about the 11th region versus the 7th region. I'd like to put my money year in, year out on the 11th region.
Well, and year in and year out, Mike, they've always been in the top discussion as what is the best basketball in the state. And the 11th region is always in that discussion. And like I said, this 11th region tournament is shaping up. Of course, everybody's got to get there. They got to get through the districts. But when you look at Henry Clay, Dunbar, Scott County, even Bryan Station, you can't forget about Catholic and Lafayette on the other side. Man, it's going to be a fun 2 weeks.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, we talked about Scott County season stats. When you look at Paul Lawrence Dunbar, they're shooting 48% from the field, 32% behind the three-point line, right at 67% from the free throw line, averaging 68 points a ball game, only giving up 57.3. And Mark, when you look at their starters, you can tell why they're starters. Jordan Lewis, the 6-foot senior, averaging 12.6 rebounds a ball game. Dontel Brown, the center, averaging 6.7 rebounds a ball game. Justin Kelly, the third starter, averaging 5 and 4. But then the two guys that kind of stand out, and we like to call it like it is, Travion Hollingsworth, only a junior, probably one of the better candidates for Mr. Basketball next year, averaging 21 points, 5 boards. And then Darius Williams, a 6'4 senior, wears number 23, averaging 16 points and 5 rebounds in his own right. So Dunbar, like you say, they hold their teams to a big 15-point differential per ball game. Scott County on the other side, they do about the same, so it's a good matchup. We'll see what happens. We'll take our final timeout. We'll come back for the starters and the tip-off on the Scott County Sports Network. The Scott County Public Library allows 3-week checkouts. This allows you to enjoy your favorite books, movies, and DVDs free of charge. Unlike a credit card, we don't charge interest. We save you money. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Just use your library card and PIN number to put books or movies on hold, or download ebooks and free music. Scott County Public Library. Every day, every age.
Georgetown means great cars, great local sports, great people, and Galvin's, a great place where friends meet for great Galvin's food. Galvin's voted the best local restaurant in Georgetown. Enjoy a great specialty sandwich from Philly cheesesteaks to Strombolis. Bring the whole family. Watch the big games on the big screens. You'll watch the game. We'll make the munchies, like our signature pizzas and home-cut potato chips. Galvin's on Main Street, next to the courthouse. Join us on Facebook for all the latest Galvin's action.
Georgetown Community Hospital is a 75-bed acute care facility with an award-winning history of providing excellence in health care. Georgetown has been named one of the best places to work in Kentucky for 5 of the last 6 years. The hospital continues to add new medical services and to grow the number of specialists and primary care physicians. It also features an award-winning ICU, medical surgery unit, and 24-hour emergency services. Georgetown Hospital, located on Lexington Road in Georgetown, Kentucky. Here for your needs 24 hours a day.
People's Exchange Bank doesn't think you can get where you want to go by cutting corners, playing games, or sacrificing relationships. Roots take time to grow and give strength and stability. Since 1912, our banks and our people have been part of your community. And while our services continue to keep pace with your need for today's high-tech conveniences, we know that loyalty never grows old. You don't just need a bank, you need people. People's Exchange Bank. People serving people since 1912.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. Mike Ritchie, Mark Walls, Kevin Ritchie, Dave Burgess, Scott Willard. We're the Scott County Sports Network. Now for the starting lineups. First, for the Bulldogs of Paul Lawrence Dunbar. Starting at guard, Jordan Lewis wears 0. He's a 6-foot senior for Dunbar. Also at guard, number 4, Dontel Brown. He's a 6'5 junior. The third guard in the lineup is number 11, Travion Hollingsworth. He's a 6'2 junior, 21 points, 5 rebounds. The fourth guard in the lineup is number 13, Justin Kelly. He's a 6'3 senior, 5 points, 4 rebounds a ball game. And rounding out the starting lineup, number 23, Darius Williams, a 6'4 senior, 16 points, 5 rebounds. Now for Scott County. At the guard spot, number 10, Cooper Wild. He's a 6'1 sophomore, 11 points, 5.6 rebounds a ball game. Next up for Scott County, number 5, Dakota Allen, a 6'2 junior forward, averaging a point and a half, 0.6 rebounds a ball game. The sharpshooter in the lineup for Scott County, number 2, Bryce Long, a 6'1 freshman, 12 points, 3 rebounds a ball game. The fourth starter in the lineup, the freshman forward, 6'6", Michael Marino, number 24, 15 points, 9.5 rebounds. Rounding out the starting lineup for Scott County, number 44, Cooper Watts, a 6'6 junior center, 11 points, 7.5 rebounds a ball game. For head coach Billy Hicks in his 22nd season, 9-15, 251 in the loss column. His team comes in at a record of 26-3. Coach Chalk, as he said earlier, a fine coach in his own right. His team 23-6. So, Mark, it comes down to a team that's supposed to be here and a team that surprised everybody. So what's your keys to the ball game tonight?
Well, I think whoever controls the boards, Mike, is going to be have the advantage at the end. Both teams are going to like to run. I'm really excited to watch Dunbar. I've heard a lot of things about them, have not been able to see them play. What I've been told, basically, and share with the listeners is you've got to try to keep them into a half-court game. So Scott County's transition from offense back to defense has got to be very good tonight. But both teams are going to want to run, and I think that's going to be very entertaining for the fans.
Dustin Music with the tip. Tip by Cooper Watts. Out of bounds. It'll be Dunbar basketball. So Scott County in the home white. Red numbers and letters outlined in royal blue. Dunbar, kind of a new look uniform, Mark, kind of like the UK team when they went to the Bahamas.
Yeah, I got the red backside of the pants. It's a little different to see and get used to.
On the hop, Jordan Lewis, tough shot, no good. Michael Marino, another board. There's the outlet quickly to Cooper Robb, catch and layup.
Man, I'm telling you, Mike, he's as good as I've seen, especially at that age, on that outlet pass.
So no look pass, interception with the deflection of Dakota Allen. Cooper Watts with the basketball in the hands of Cooper Robb. Scott County up 2-0. 7:26 to go in the first quarter. Scott County.
I like the intensity level, Mike, that they've come out with to start the game.
Marino left side to Allen, looking for Watts at the baseline. One power dribble, flips it out to Marino, up and under. Loses on the way up. They're going to say out of bounds off of Darius Williams. Scott County basketball.
Thought Cooper had the reverse right there, but nice find to find Marino. Good pump fake. Just got it knocked out of his hands. Watch the curl play off this inbounds pass, Mike.
So Michael Marino inbounding for Scott County. He'll flip it out top to Dakota Allen. Here comes Marino on the cut. Good job defensively by Justin Kelly. They go to Watts instead. Tough take, and he makes the shot, Mark. And again, the thing there with Cooper, he's got to remember he's 6'6". He's got to go up a lot stronger instead of that fadeaway jumper. Made the bucket, however, and Scott County up 4-0. Early lead for the Cardinals. Basketball in the hands of Justin Kelly. He goes inside. Turnover, Dunbar.
Yeah, for young players right there, again, he tried to make the entry pass out above the foul line extended. And you need to get foul line extended to get that angle pass right there.
Under 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. Scott County 4, Dunbar 0. We'll be back in action tomorrow for the final girls game. Scott County takes on the Lady Bulldogs from Dunbar. Robb with a miss. Michael Reno with the putback.
I thought that was a pass. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Mark, Cooper Robb, knowing him, he doesn't care. He's just glad Scott County scores. Going to get an up and under and the bucket and rolling opportunity. Jordan Lewis. Michael Marino picks up the foul. That'll be his first. That'll be the team's first as well. So Jordan Lewis at the free throw line, 68% free throw shooter on the season. Misses it, and Cooper Robb, easy rebound for the Cardinals, 6'2". Outlet pass to Allen, down to Watts at the elbow. The cutter, Bryce Long. Goes back to Allen, and a good job there defensively by Dontel Brown.
Yeah, and Bryce got to go up with that ball right there, Mike. He's in a situation where it takes a perfect pass as Lewis gets his second bucket.
Watts beats everybody down, touches it, and then acts like he didn't. Can't do that, Cooper, when the official's right there. Good idea. Just not the result Scott County wanted. And
you can see immediately after Dunbar, even on a missed free throw, they still try to get into that press, Mike. So they're wanting to speed up the tempo of this game.
So under 6 minutes to go here in the first. Coach Chalk giving direction to Jordan Lewis. Good-looking player, Mark, has all 4 of Dunbar's points. Mike Webster with the call. The pass intended for Darius Williams. Hits the official and then hits the inline. Third turnover for the Bulldogs of Dunbar. Here's that full court pressure you talked about. Robb might have got away with a walk there. There's the back tap. Jordan Lewis. Nonchalant with Scott County with the basketball that time. Lewis hop, and again gets it to Hollingsworth.
Wow, that was smooth.
Mark is shooting 53% on the season. And the best thing about him, 81% at the line. There's the back tap from Hollingsworth right in the hands of Dontel Brown. Here comes Hollingsworth again. Dunbar for the lead. No good. Tied at 6. There's the leaker. Bryce Long, left-handed around Williams. Long good. So Dunbar goes on a 6-0 run.
Almost a steal by Marino.
Kelly left side of Hollingsworth. Up and under in the paint. No good. Rebound Marino. And there's Dakota Allen. Beats everybody down. Layup. No good.
They're going to call goaltending.
Jordan Lewis with the goaltend. Automatic once the basketball hits the backboard or, Mark, you slap the backboard, they'll call it every time. I tried to goaltend in high school, but I could never reach the backboard. What about you?
I thought on the Nerf basket you controlled the height.
I'm from Harrison County. Couldn't figure that out. Williams inside to the big guy. The big guy with the finish, Dontrell Brown. 10-8. Scott County with the lead. Pressure's not really caused Scott County any problem yet, has it, Mark? As Marino in and out for the three. Dakota Allen goes for it, and they're going to get a foul on Cooper Watts. That's his first, team second. Clem Dameron in the ball game for Scott County. Mark, 6'5" senior, kind of really done a good job accepting that 6-man role. 7.8 points, 4.5 rebounds a ball game.
Yeah, he's had a great senior year.
And he played big down at Eastern at the end of the ball game to help Scott County win that one. So Hollingsworth and Mark Dunbar's taking a lot of tough shots on the drive, aren't they?
Yeah, they're trying to get everything to the rim. It's made a decision that they're daggone. What some quick hands by Hollingsworth there as he just stripped Cooper Robb. You don't see that very often.
Kelly around Dameron. Marino blocks it out of bounds. And Mark, very seldom do you see any emotion from Michael Marino. I think he's a little pumped up tonight. What about you?
Oh, yeah.
So Glenn Covington in for Scott County, the 6-foot freshman. Been starting most of the season, averaging 7 points, 2 rebounds a ball game. Alley-oop for Lewis is no good. Lewis is all to throw it down.
Gets the rebound. Williams going to do a step back, no good. Marino snags it.
Scott County leaking again. Bryce Long stops and pops. Instead, he tries to go to Covington. Dameron keeps it alive. Covington as well, and they're going to get a foul on Dunbar. Good hustle there by Clem Dameron. Foul's going to be on Jordan Lewis. That'll be his first. Team's first. Cam Fluker, the freshman, 5'7" guard for Scott County in the ball game. 4 points and a rebound in the ball game for Bryce Long, getting a breather. 10-8's the score. Covington out top to Cooper Robb. They'll reset the offense. 3.5 to go here in the first. Mark Dunbar in a man-to-man or zone?
Well, they're in a matchup, Mike. It looks like a little 3-2.
Hollingsworth with the steal.
And that's what you can't do. They can't get that quick outlet because they're going to run you out of the gym or try to.
10-10 is the score. Glenn Covington, no look pass to Dameron. Dameron, a power move in the paint.
Going to get the roll. Good move there by Clem. Good look by Glenn Covington.
Williams, shots blocked by Dameron. Into the hands of Jordan Lewis. He gets away with a walk, in my opinion. Misses the shot. Marino.
Gosh, he's big on the boards, isn't he?
Bad thing about him is he catches it and immediately outlet passes there. He's got about 5 long outlet passes already. Covington, three-pointer. Good. Glenn
Big
Covington.
basket for Glenn Covington, Mike.
15-5. It's going to be a game of runs here. Scott County and Dunbar. Both of them are used to take punches and counter punches. Dunbar's lost 2 of their last 3. They got beat by Henry Clay and Mercer County back-to-back ball games. Brown give him his 4. So 3 players for Dunbar have all 12 points. Lewis, Brown, and Hollingsworth 4 apiece. Scott County up 3. Dameron loses it. Hollingsworth's more than happy to take it away from him. Cooper Robb with the foul.
And Mike, we're really struggling in the middle against that zone, which we zone press. We really haven't done that all year. But the big guys got to understand they put that ball on the floor, the guard's coming up behind them, and they're just looking to pick the pocket. It's happened 3 times already.
Cooper Watts in for Clem Dameron. Into the ball game for Paul Lawrence Dunbar, number 20, Jordan Brown, 5'9" senior. Deflection out of bounds. Dunbar will keep it. Good hustle by Glenn Covington. 15-12 is the score. Scott County with the lead. They've had the lead for the entire ball game. It's only been tied once. That was at 6. Jordan Lewis, long pass. Left side to Brown. Brown with the 3. No good. Dontel Brown tries to battle for it, and Kelly comes up with it. Jordan Lewis back to Kelly at the baseline. The three-pointer is up. Blocked by Cooper Watts, and that's about the 15th, 20th time he's done that this season.
He closes out so quick. Nice pass there by Cooper Robb. Cooper Watts not able to hang on, but it was a great look.
Sometimes you got to know who you're passing it to. That's not a knock on either one of them, but up and under again and score, Jordan Lewis. So Dunbar, time and time again, getting to the bucket. Scott County's forcing some tough shots. Robb, left side 3, in and out, no good. Cooper Watts with the rebound, and they're going to get a block call as Dontel Brown might have been there, but on the block is the call against Dontel Brown. His first, team second. Cooper Watts. Bryce Long gets set to come back in for Scott County.
Mike, they've got Dontel Brown at 6'5", 185. He looks like he's packing around a little bit more than 185. He's a load.
Bryce Long in for Cooper Robb, giving him a breather. Cooper Robb doesn't come out very often, does he, Mark?
No. He is the leader. But in this game right here, you're going to have to give him some breaks occasionally because, like I said, this game is going to be up and down as Williams comes back in for Dunbar.
Darius Williams in for Dontel Brown. Cooper Watts has one more. Missed the first, misses the second. Darius Williams with the rebound. Out of bounds. Stay with Scott County. (15-14). Scott County 1 point lead. Biggest lead's been 6. Michael Marino kind of ran into Justin Kelly. Jordan Brown picks it up. Floater in the paint, no good. Michael Marino rebound, and there's the leak to Fluker. Fluker says, I'm 5'7", I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, Mr. Williams was saying, come on in, and he didn't bite.
Bryce Long tries to get into Cooper Watts. One went left, the pass went right.
A miscommunication right there.
Into the ball game, first appearance, Vincent Clark, a 5'9" senior, 3 points, 1 rebound, a ball game. 15-14, Dunbar with a chance to take the lead. Like we say, back in action tomorrow night. Myself, along with the coach, Scott Willard, bringing you the girls' game. Last game of the season for Scott County's Lady Cardinals. Darius Williams, right side. Bryce Long checks him. Back out to Jordan Lewis at the top. They talk about the quickness of Hollingsworth. Jordan Lewis is quicker than the Cat as well. Justin Kelly, top of the key. Cooper Watts on him. Kelly into the paint. Back out to the top. Three-pointer from Jordan Brown. Good.
Nice ball movement right there. I thought they got away with a little bit of a walk, but.
So Dunbar's first lead of the ball game comes inside the 10-second mark. Michael Marino, 8-foot baseline jumper, banks off the backboard, no good. And that'll get us to the end of the first quarter. Scott County leads the whole quarter. However, with 10 seconds to go, Dunbar takes their first lead. They'll go to the break. Up 2. It's 17 for Dunbar. 15 for Scott County. We'll be back for the second quarter after this on the Scott County Sports Network.
Hi, Dick Stockton here. I've been announcing sports for over 40 years, and I know a winning team when I see one. Greens Toyota of Lexington has what it takes to win, which is why Greens is Kentucky's #1 Toyota dealer 2 years running. Family owned for over 40 years, Greens strives to give excellent customer service and best value for the dollar. No matter what department, parts, service, or sales, Greens continues to move forward doing business the right way every day. Be a part of Greens' winning team. Greens Toyota. Great people, great cars. Think green.
United Bank, together with you. We offer all the services you're looking for in a financial institution: convenience, great accounts, internet banking, and attentive customer service. With today's hectic pace, it's good to know United Bank meets your needs with locations right where you need them. With 13 offices in Scott, Jessamine, Fayette, and Woodford counties, 24/7 access to cash at our branch ATMs and the Bluegrass Cash locations in Lexington, United Bank is together with you. Member FDIC, Equal House.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network, Mark. Scott County with the lead the entire first quarter. 10 seconds to go. Dunbar hits the three. Thanks to the shot from Jordan Brown. First lead of the ball game, 17-15. What's your thoughts 1 quarter in?
Well, it's pretty exciting basketball. I think everybody that's here has got their money's worth on the ticket. Like I said, I think this is going to go down to who controls the boards and who has the last run. I mean, as Lewis pushes it up the floor for Dunbar.
So Williams, another strong move. Layup good. Darius Williams
gets his first two. Great use of the left hand. But Scott County's going to have to slide over and start looking to take some charges. They're driving so hard to the basket. I think you could pick one or two up easily if you're willing to stand there and take the hit.
So Scott County, Cooper Robb, Glenn Covington, Bryce Long, Cooper Watts, Michael Marino. Robb right side three. No good. Cooper Watts with the tip back. Good. Cooper Watts, give him 4. So Paul Lawrence Dunbar is going with Jordan Lewis, Jordan Brown, Darius Williams, Justin Kelly, and number 14, Vincent Clark for the Bulldogs to start the second quarter. 19-17, Dunbar with the lead, and Jordan Lewis extends it as he gets his 7.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Bryce Long wide open, left side three, no good. Jordan Lewis rebound for the Bulldogs, and here they come again. He splits defenders, no good. Michael Marino rebound.
And they're going to get Jordan Lewis with the foul on the reach.
That'll be his second, team third.
You need your glasses to eat that popcorn?
So Clem Dameron, Dakota Allen back in for Scott County. In for the Bulldogs, number 4, Dontel Brown and Travion Hollinsworth. 21-17.
Yeah, in that first half, 63% from the field for Scott County, 40% for Dunbar. 6 total rebounds for Dunbar, 12 for Scott County. So they win the battle of the boards in the first quarter, but come out behind.
There's another turnover, double dribble called against Clem Dameron. 21-17, 6:22 to go here in the first half. Dunbar is getting to the basket. A lot of tough shots, but a lot of the shots are going in, aren't they, Mark?
Yeah, they really are.
Darius Williams, good defense by Cooper Robb. There's Vincent Clark.
And Mike, that's what I'm saying. That second and third defender for Scott County, they're going to go to the rack. They're not pulling up and taking the jump shots. You got to stand right there and take the charge.
So Cooper Robb looking for Scott County. Out to Dakota Allen. Dakota Allen starting the ball game tonight.
Little 2-3 matchup for Dunbar.
Marino left-handed, no good. Darius Williams, one-handed power rebound for the Bulldogs. Behind the back to get open. Around 3 defenders and 1. Mark, that's something you just got. That's hard to teach, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
Clem Dameron, his first. Team fourth. Cooper Watts in for Clem Dameron. We got a sub as part of the broadcast crew. Scott Willard in for Dave Burgess.
Well, Mike, that's what I'm saying. You've got to draw the charge if you're Scott County right now because you don't have an answer. They're just getting around you once they get into that inside, and I'm impressed with the ability to use the left hand from several of their players. But again, if you're Scott County, you got to try to take that charge a couple feet out in front, and I think you slow them down attacking the basket.
9-2 run to start the quarter for the Bulldogs. You look up, they've got a 9-point lead.
This little matchup zone giving Scott County some problem. You got to figure out where the gaps are and attack them.
And Mark, I was going to ask you, that matchup zone makes it a lot tougher when you're as quick as Dunbar is, doesn't it?
Yeah, they recover very, very fast. But there's some alleys in the middle of that, about the midpoint of the foul line, not all the way to the elbow, but they've got to figure out how to work Marino in there and get him some free looks. But it's going to be a quick catch and turnaround jump shot. If they put it on the floor, Dunbar's going to strip you.
So Bryce Long at the top. Can't hesitate. If you're open, you got to let it go.
Right there's the jump shot. See, he puts it on the floor. He needs to take that jump shot, Mike.
Dakota Allen, left side three, a little bit offline. Cooper Robb with the rebound. Up, blocked from behind by Vincent Clark. Into the hands of Allen. Scott County. The foul is going to be on Vincent Clark. That'll be his first, team fourth.
In that situation, Mike, you pass and catch. Then Dunbar's got to come out. Then you can put it on the floor. Right now, Scott County's trying to make the dribble move in that thing. Just take the jump shot.
So Marino out top to Cooper Robb. Scott County not firing very well from the outside tonight, especially from the three-point line.
Well, they're not getting the rebounds. Dunbar is making the baskets on the other end, so they're not getting the runouts off the rebounds while they shot 60% to start the game. Nice interior passing right there, but Marino can't get it to fall.
Hollingsworth.
And they're going to call
the rebound. The foul's going to be on Cooper Robb.
Thought it was going to be for throwing an elbow. Wow.
That'll be his second, team five.
Right now, Coach Hicks trying to figure out how to get everybody in a fluid motion on the offensive end, Mike, because right now we're stagnant. We've been stuck at 17 for a long time.
So Scott County was up 15-14 from that point. Dunbar's gone on a 12-2 run. Williams, long distance three, money.
Wow.
8 points. It took him a while to score, but when he did, he's lit it up and carried the Bulldogs here lately. There's a turnover. Glenn Covington throws it right to him. Darius Williams takes it away. Glenn Covington picks up the foul. That'll be his first, team sixth.
You're going to put Dunbar in a bonus awful early, Mike.
29-17. Scott County looking for answers. Williams filling it a little bit. Tough shot right there.
Again, I say he hit that one. We might as well go home.
Marino inside to Watts. Watts back to Robb. Up and under. Scores. 4 points for Cooper Robb. Scott County, 7 guys scoring, but most of the guys only have 2 points. Clark to Hollingsworth. Three-pointer good.
Wow.
Trevion Hollingsworth. Give him 7. Don't know what that was.
Yeah, I don't know why Dunbar would have thought there would have been a timeout. Now they're in this little simulated 2-3 three-quarter court zone.
Free throw jumper no good, but Hollingsworth with the rebound. Covington on the take. You want to take that shot if you're open.
Yeah, you don't see Coach Hicks moving on that. He's okay with that shot.
Hollingsworth a little excited about making that last three. Misses that one. Covington with the rebound. Scott County. 32-19. The Cardinals find themselves down big. Scott County's 4 points in the quarter. Dunbar 15. Foul's going to be on number 4, Dontel Brown. That'll be his second, team fifth. Justin Kelly back in for the Bulldogs. Cooper Robb inbound the basketball to Bryce Long. Back to Robb, right side.
There it is, jump shot.
Marino rattles it around and scores.
Mike, that's there. He's going to pull them out if he continue. If he can make that consistently, which he can, then I think you're going to see that zone loosen up a little bit on that backside.
32-21.
But right now, Scott County's got to figure out how to get some stops.
Scott County knows how to come back from a double-digit deficit. They did it on Tuesday night down at Louisville Eastern. Clark out to Kelly, top of the key.
Dunbar showing some really good patience right now, Mike, running their set.
Yep. Justin Kelly doing the ball check.
Oh, I didn't think he could get back up.
Steps called.
Once that knee hit the ground, that became his pivot foot.
Well, Justin Kelly he was doing a test to make sure the ball had air in it. Kind of got a little happy with the dribble and the turnover. Unforced error for Dunbar, not what they needed. Covington, not what Scott County needed. Darius Williams kind of forced that one. 32-21. So, Mark, let me ask you, is this what we're seeing here, is this due to Dunbar's defense or Scott County's lack of offense?
I think it's Dunbar's defense, Mike. They got Scott County a little bit out of sync too fast, moving too fast.
Hollingsworth gets
wow,
to the middle.
Wow, that's too easy, Mike.
And scores easily. Hollingsworth, give him 9. Steps called, another unforced error. Here comes Caleb Covington and Clem Dameron. Mark, you look up Travion Hollingsworth, 9 points. Darius Williams, 8. Jordan Lewis, 7. Scott County led in scoring by Cooper Robb, Cooper Watts, and Michael Marino with 4 each. Jordan Lewis with the basketball. Jordan Brown into the ball game for Dunbar.
It's going to be guard-oriented right here when you look at where Scott County is going to try to get their points from.
So under a minute to go, 34-21. Williams to Brown, fakes the 3, comes back out top.
Caleb Covington, nice job of closing out right there.
Hollingsworth, right side to Lewis. No look past to Hollingsworth. Covington does a good job there with some help defense.
Oh, man. Hollingsworth had the 3. I don't think he realized he was that wide open. They went within 10 feet of him.
So Dunbar's going to try to hold it, Mark.
Ooh. Almost for Glenn Covington.
Justin Kelly to Williams. Back out top to Jordan Lewis. Coach Chalk says thumb down, and there's the foul. Scott County, good defense for 47 seconds. And then the foul. Bryce Long hits his first, team 7. So 1-on-1 coming up for Jordan Lewis, 68% free throw shooter on the season. Dontel Brown getting set to come back in for defense. Lewis hits the first, give him 8. 7.9 seconds to go. Second one good as well. 9 points for Lewis. Lewis will go to the bench. And in comes Dontel Brown, the 6'5 junior. Dameron loses it out of bounds. And Mark, they brought in, Vincent Clark into the ball game instead of Dontel Brown.
Yeah, they wanted Lewis out of the game so he doesn't pick up his third foul.
36-21, the shot's up, and the shot is no good. So at halftime, it's going to be Dunbar 36 as they put up 18 points in the quarter. Scott County 21. So Dunbar outscores Scott County 18-6 in the second quarter, and they'll go to halftime with the lead 36-21. We'll take a 4-minute timeout. We'll come back with first half stats and much more on the Scott County Sports Network.
Time for oral surgery. You need a surgeon you can trust and feel at home with. Consider Dr. Robert Henderson at Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery. Specializing in wisdom teeth extraction, surgery to prepare for dentures, biopsies, corrective jaw surgery, TMJ disorders, and dental implants. All outpatient procedures are performed right here in our office. We participate with most insurance, we offer care credit, and take care of all the paperwork. Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery will give you a lot to smile about.
J&L Pharmacy and Home Medical Equipment, located on South Broadway in Georgetown, Kentucky, is locally owned and operated by Scott County native Philip Johnson. J&L Pharmacy can meet all your prescription and compounding needs, and they will match all local pharmacy prescription cash prices, guaranteed. They have a convenient drive-through window, offer free local delivery, and are open 6 days a week. J&L can also provide you with all your home medical needs, including home oxygen with 24-hour emergency service. Stop by the store or give them a call at 502-863-9823 for all your pharmacy needs.
Well, there's a big name in cars that we all know.
Over 40 years, and Frank Shoup in Georgetown is still a big name in cars.
He's big on service and he's big on deals.
Scott County Physical Therapy is a privately owned physical therapy practice specializing in outpatient orthopedics, sports and industrial rehab, neurological rehabilitation, low back pain, neck pain, and arthritic conditions. Our mission is to provide the highest quality physical therapy to assist each individual and the community at large. Scott County Physical Therapy, a journey to wellness. To contact the physical therapist and Scott County Physical Therapy, please dial 502-863-4242. Scott County Physical Therapy is the title sponsor for Scott County Athletics.
Well, there's a big name in cars that we all know.
Over 40 years, and Frank Shoup in Georgetown is still a big name in cars.
He's big on service and he's big on deals. He sells all the biggest names on wheels. Frank Shoup's a new tradition. Bring on the competition. Frank Shoup is gonna set the pace.
Hi, Dick Stockton here. I've been announcing sports for over 40 years, and I know a winning team when I see one. Green's Toyota of Lexington has what it takes to win, which is why Green's is Kentucky's #1 Toyota dealer 2 years running. Family owned for over 40 years, Green strives to give excellent customer service and best value for the dollar. No matter what department, parts, service, or sales, Green's continues to move forward doing business the right way every day. Be a part of Green's winning team. Green's Toyota. Great people, great cars. Think Green.
Steve Skierman, agency manager at the Scott County Farm Bureau Insurance, would like you to know that as your local insurance agent, he is right here in your community, ready to help you with all your insurance needs. In the event of a loss, you can count on Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance to help you through it. We have local claims adjusters to serve you at your time of loss. We are knowledgeable about our community and can provide valuable assistance and advice when needed. Call the office today at 502-863-2454 for a free, no-obligation quote. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, big on commitment.
United Bank, together with you. We offer all the services you're looking for in a financial institution: convenience, great accounts, internet banking, and attentive customer service. With today's hectic pace, it's good to know United Bank meets your needs with locations right where you need them. With 13 offices in Scott, Jessamine, Fayette, and Woodford counties, 24/7 access to cash at our branch ATMs, and the Bluegrass Cash locations in Lexington, United Bank is together with you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing.
Welcome back to Scott County High School, Georgetown, Kentucky, as your Scott County Cardinals trailing the Paul Lawrence Dunbar Bulldogs 36-21 at half. Looking at the first half stats, first for Dunbar, shooting a little better than 48% on 15 of 31 from the field, 33% from three-point land, 3 of 9. And 3 of 4 from the free throw line for 75%. They have a total of 11 rebounds, 4 offensive and 7 defense, 3 assists for the game, and 4 turnovers. Conversely, when you look at Scott County, they're winning the boards, that 19 total, 7 offense and 12 defensive rebounds. However, they've got 6 assists and 14 turnovers. They're shooting a respectable 46% on 10 of 22 from the field. However, they're only 1 of 6 for 17% from threes. They are 0 for 2 from the free throw line. When you look at it, Scott County points off turnovers. This is the biggest difference in the ball game. Scott County 4, Paul Lawrence Dunbar 15. So when you look at that, that's the tail of the tape is basically Scott County's got to try to protect the basketball. We're going to take a break here and give our sponsors a chance to shine, and we want to thank them for their support of Scott County Athletics. Again, it's 36-21, Paul Lawrence Dunbar over the Scott County Cardinals. You're watching Scott County Cardinal basketball on the Scott County Sports Network.
Time for oral surgery, you need a surgeon you can trust and feel at home with. Consider Dr. Robert Henderson at Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery. Specializing in wisdom teeth extraction, surgery to prepare for dentures, biopsies, corrective jaw surgery, TMJ disorders, and dental implants. All outpatient procedures are performed right here in our office. We participate with most insurance, we offer care credit, and take care of all the paperwork. Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery will give you a lot to smile about.
J&L Pharmacy and Home Medical Equipment, located on South Broadway in Georgetown, Kentucky, is locally owned and operated by Scott County native Philip Johnson. J&L Pharmacy can meet all your prescription and compounding needs, and they will match all local pharmacy prescription cash prices, guaranteed. They have a convenient drive-through window, offer free local delivery, and are open 6 days a week. J&L can also provide you with all your home medical needs, including home oxygen with 24-hour emergency service. Stop by the store or give them a call at 502-863-9823 for all your pharmacy needs.
Well, there's a big name in cars that we all know.
Over 40 years, and Frank Shoup in Georgetown is still a big name in cars.
He's big on service and he's big on deals. He sells all the biggest names on wheels. Frank Shoup's a new tradition. Bring on the competition. Frank Shoup is gonna set the
Scott County Physical Therapy is a privately owned physical therapy practice specializing in outpatient orthopedics, sports and industrial rehab, neurological rehabilitation, low back pain, neck pain, and arthritic conditions. Our mission is to provide the highest quality physical therapy to assist each individual and the community at large. Scott County Physical Therapy, a journey to wellness. To contact the physical therapist and Scott County Physical Therapy, please dial 502-863-4242. Scott County Physical Therapy is the title sponsor for Scott County Athletics.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. Mike Ritchie, the governor, Mark Walls, Scott Wheeler, Dave Burgess, Kevin Ritchie, Dr. Stan Scalf, our team dentist. We got our firefighter to protect us, make sure we pass all the codes. And Josh Walls, we got everybody here tonight. Last game of the season brings out everybody. Scott County got off to a great start, Mark. Had as much as a 6-point lead in the first quarter. Dunbar takes the lead on a 3-pointer with 10 seconds to go. And to be honest with you, since then, Scott County's disappeared.
Well, they really have, Mike. And the disappointing thing for me is when you look at it from a defensive standpoint, they've got the ability where they can take some charges. They only really need 1 or 2 charge calls. And even a block call might prohibit Dunbar from just attacking the rim. Right now, Dunbar has basically said, you can't stop me from going to the rack. And every one of them is taking it to the rack. And until Scott County mans up and stands in front of somebody, they're going to run Scott County out of the gym here if they're not careful.
And that's what I was going to ask you, Mark. What can Scott County do? To be honest with you, I mean, they've been to the basket probably 70% of their shots, and they've not really got hit. They've not got punished. And Scott County, normally, when you go to the bucket, you might make it, but you're going to realize you've been inside. I haven't seen that tonight.
No, Scott County just kind of laying back, and like I said, it's one of those deals where they've got to step up and say, hey, I'm not going to get run out of my gym on my last home game. And, and on the offensive end, you got to give Dunbar credit. They're matching up in that 2-3 zone, but they are so quick, they recover. Scott County is a little bit intimidated to take the ball on the floor. They're passing up good jump shots, trying to get to the hole, and they're losing the ball when they put it on the floor. Michael Marino made that jump shot when he caught and turned around and shot. That's there all night long. All they got to do is make Dunbar adjust. Once they make Dunbar adjust, then they'll end up getting able to put that ball on the floor.
All righty, we'll do this. We'll take our final timeout. We'll come back for the start and the tip-off of the second half here on the Scott County Sports Network. 2 top 5 ranked teams, Scott County, Dunbar. The Bulldogs with the lead, 36-21. Back after this.
Time for oral surgery. You need a surgeon you can trust and feel at home with. Consider Dr. Robert Henderson at Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery. Specializing in wisdom teeth extraction, surgery to prepare for dentures, biopsies, corrective jaw surgery, TMJ disorders, and dental implants. All outpatient procedures are performed right here in our office. We participate with most insurance, we offer care credit, and take care of all the paperwork. Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery will give you a lot to smile about.
Welcome back, Mark. Getting ready to start the second half. What's Scott County got to do right here to get back in this ball game?
Well, Mike, there basically is no 15-point shot. So you got to take it one possession at a time. But the key thing right here is to get a stop immediately and then come back down and score. But you got to get that first stop, so you're telling Dunbar this is going to be a game. But there's no 15-point shot. And immediately Williams gets his shot blocked by Marino, but gets the rebound. And a nice play right there is Brown gets his first 2, Mike, of the second half.
So Dontel Brown with the bucket. And the lead's extended to 17, 38-21, Mark. Don't think anybody saw this coming, but you can see why Dunbar's been one of the top-ranked teams all season long.
Oh, they're very athletic, Mike.
Bryce Long. Three-pointer good. Bryce Long, first 3 of the night.
That'll get you caught up in a hurry.
So Bryce Long, 63 three-pointers on the season. Taking a long time to get his 63rd. There's the deflection. Cooper Watts trying to save it in off of Williams. Williams grabs it. Finds Hollingsworth, 18-foot jumper. Air ball, no good.
And
Rebound Brown, and a foul by Scott County. Cooper Watts with the foul. It'll be his second. Team first. So Dontel Brown, 44% free throw shooter. He'll have 2. Misses the first.
Now, Mike, if there is an Achilles heel for Dunbar, it's that free throw shooting percentage. Scott County ends up, putting them on the line. That could come back to help them. But again, Scott County's got to get stops.
So Brown misses both. Michael Marino with the rebound and the turnover over Hollingsworth. He misses the shot. Loose ball. Bryce Long runs it down. Flips it to Rob. Scott County goes the other way. So Michael Marino, 10 rebounds in the first half. Here's the first foul for Dunbar in the second half. It's going to be Trevion Hollingsworth, his first, team first. So Marino with 12 rebounds, Mark. If you look at it without him, the closest one after him is 10. Or is 2 rebounds.
They're trying to run Vandy right there to give Bryce Long the three-point shot, not available.
Clem Dameron gets set to come in for Scott County.
That pass not right there. Lucky Michael Marino able to get control of that.
Rob's 3 no good. Marino
offensive rebound.
Michael Marino, give him 6. "30-second timeout, Coach Chalk. For Dunbar, we'll take a timeout as well. 6:23 to go in the third, 38-26. Dunbar with the lead and the timeout here on the Scott County Sports Network.
Well, there's a big name in cars that we all know.
Over 40 years, and Frank Shoup in Georgetown is still a big name in cars.
He's big on service and he's big on deals. He sells all the biggest names on wheels. Frank Shoup's a new tradition. Bring on the competition. Frank Shoup is gonna set the pace.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. Coach Chalk not happy with his Dunbar Bulldogs. The lead's down to 12. Scott County with the basketball. Dunbar with the basketball. Justin Kelly getting set to inbound it for the Bulldogs. He flips it to Jordan Lewis. Over to Hollingsworth. Down the baseline to Dontel Brown.
Got to rotate out.
3-pointer by Kelly, good. Justin Kelly.
Mike, that situation where he did a nice job of stopping the drive and a bad pass, another turnover.
Jordan Lewis over Marino, no good. Dakota Allen with the rebound. Over to Cooper Robb. 41-26. Here's the score.
That short corner is what's open right now. Scott County can't seem to find Clem Dameron on that short corner against his zone. Another turnover is Dakota Allen.
Hollingsworth gets to the bucket.
And Mike, that's what I'm talking about right there. Somebody's got to stand there and take the charge. You let them split 2 Scott County guys and get to the basket.
Bryce Long into the paint. And you can see right there, when Scott County goes to the paint, there's hands all over the place. When Dunbar goes to the paint, Scott County's not doing anything to prevent the guy from getting the shot off. That foul's going to be on Hollingsworth. I don't think it's right. He's got 2. I didn't see who'd be called that on, Mark.
I've got him with 1. I didn't think that was.
So Marino, short jumper is no good. Jordan Lewis rebound for Dunbar. Hollingsworth in the paint,
Wow,
scores again.
That's just too easy, Mike.
Travion Hollingsworth, 13 points to lead all scorers. Another Scott County turnover. Jordan Lewis, power move over Marino. Marino with the block, but the foul called on Michael Marino. That'll be his second. That'll be the team second. Coach Hicks says, I need a full timeout. His Cardinals down 19, 45-26, 4:32 to go. Scott County looking for answers. We'll take a timeout, pay for the bill, see if we can help them find some here on the Scott County Sports Network. Back after this.
The Shanghai Express Chinese Restaurant is a locally owned restaurant located in the Indian Acres Shopping Center in Georgetown, Kentucky. Tony would like to invite everyone to come on by and dine in the spacious dining room that can host groups both small and large. Shanghai Express has been voted the best Chinese restaurant in Georgetown, Kentucky multiple years in a row by the Georgetown News Graphic. Stop by the restaurant or give Tony a call at 502-868-6858 to enjoy the best Chinese food in Central Kentucky.
Sports Connection is your team and retail sporting goods and custom athletic apparel supplier. Sports Connection is located next to Kroger in the Washington Square Shopping Center in Georgetown. Sports Connection can outfit your team from hats to shoes and everything in between. Drop by or call Daryl, Scott, or Jessica at 502-570-0280. Sports Connection, a proud sponsor and athletic and sporting goods supplier to Scott County and Georgetown College athletics.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. Scott County started the third quarter with a little bit of a run, but Dunbar's answered the bell mark, and they continue to get to the free throw line, and they continue to get to the bucket on drives as Jordan Lewis hits the first. He goes into double digits.
For a 60% free throw shooter, he's doing awful well tonight.
Cooper Robb turnover.
And right now, turnovers are just plaguing.
And Mark, Scott County might have made the foul right there, but Glenn Covington finally stepped up and said, I'm going to foul you instead of giving you that layup.
Yeah.
So Covington picks up his second. And Mark, we found out, we were trying to figure out who the assistant coach was. That's the Toyota Classic Coach of the Day winner in the silent auction. On the bucket, Dontel Brown. Give him eight.
Right now, they're shredding Scott County's half-court defense.
Brown tries to save it. Goes out of bounds with the basketball. Scott County will keep it. 49-26, Mark. Wouldn't have thought it. 23-point deficit. Scott County getting outplayed. And one thing about us, we might be a homers, but we call a little bit like we see it. And Scott County has no answer for Dunbar. And Dunbar playing on all cylinders, defensively more than offensively, in my opinion. Marino in the paint. Tough take, no good.
Cooper Watts with the rebound tip.
Cooper Watts, give him 6.
And Mike, like I said, the interesting thing is until Covington's last foul, you're right, we really haven't tried to stop anybody from driving. And there they go again. And we're going for the block. And it's got to be a charge right there. We've not gotten that block. Just tough to kind of sit here and watch. There's Cooper Watts getting back tipped for the third time tonight.
I'm going to ask you to coach here in a minute, if you don't mind. I'll give you time to get ready for it. Hollingsworth left side three. No good. Marino rebound. There's Glenn Covington on the races. Go up strong, get the foul. And he does. So the foul's going to be on Dunbar. Number 4. Dontel Brown, his third, team second. But Mark, while he's doing the free throws, what I wanted to ask you, Scott County's offensive set from the full court perspective, they've got the center as the guy in the middle that's catching the basketball. And we've seen about 4 or 5 turnovers from Cooper Watts and Clem Dameron. What could Scott County do to maybe get somebody else in that spot?
Well, I mean, it's simple. I mean, all you do is you can move Marino in there, although they usually use him on the front end to make sure they get the pass made. So, I mean, what you could do is put Bryce Long right there in that middle and rotate someone else. But like I said, you know, you practice it every day. It's not like these guys haven't been pressed all year.
Right.
I just don't know that they've been pressed with the quickness on the team, you know, where that Dunbar's got.
So Covington misses both free throws. Scott County gets the basketball, and the foul is called. Foul's going to be on Darius Williams.
Actually, going to be on Kelly.
Justin Kelly, excuse me. His first, team third. Scott County, a 30-second timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. About 3 minutes to go in the third. 51-29. Dunbar with the lead and in control here on the Scott County Sports Network.
Scott County Physical Therapy is a privately owned physical therapy practice specializing in outpatient orthopedics, sports and industrial rehab, neurological rehabilitation, low back pain, neck pain, and arthritic conditions. Our mission is to provide the highest quality physical therapy to assist each individual and the community at large. Scott County Physical Therapy, a journey to wellness. To contact the physical therapist and Scott County Physical Therapy, please dial 502-863-4242. Scott County Physical Therapy is the title sponsor for Scott County Athletics.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. Scott County came from 20 points down on Tuesday. You look up, Mark, they got about the same thing to do here. This time they're down 22. And Dunbar making it difficult for Scott County offensively. Marino catches it in the paint. Around Williams, good. Michael Marino, 8 points. And the lead's back down to 20.
Scott County doing a little full court press on its own.
Hollinsworth shots blocked, but the foul's going to be called. A hand check call on Bryce Long. Now they're going to say it's on number 10, Cooper Robb. Where in the world was he at in all that mix? That'll be his third, team fourth.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. Dunbar last week lost a couple close games. One to Henry Clay, and then a follow-up there with Taylor County.
Yeah, Taylor County beat them first.
But I'm going to tell you, that might have just refocused them. They're looking awful good today.
Hollinsworth goes 1 of 2.
And they immediately go back to this 2-2-1 press. And again, they get the hand on the basketball. There's not a pass that Scott County's made tonight that hadn't been touched or altered, and that just makes it tough if you're trying to move the basketball and score.
Hollinsworth on the drive. And the foul. Fouls on Glenn Covington. His third, so fouls are mounting up. Cooper Robb with 3, Glenn Covington with 3. And Mark, I was going to say, Rick Pitino, if he was here, he'd love the way they're playing defense with the number of deflections that they have in the ball game tonight.
There's a stop by Cooper.
Bryce
Long finishes.
7 points for Long. Under 20 we go, 52-33. 2 minutes to go here in the third. Jordan Lewis regroups at the top of the key. Jumper by Hollinsworth, no good. Loose ball on the floor. Hollinsworth saves it right to Watts, over to Long. Long stops for 3, no good.
It's on the back.
Williams over top of Glenn Covington. A little animated is Mr. Covington. The referees do a good job of keeping the peace. So Darius Williams picks up his first. Team fourth. Robb in the paint, no good. Watts keeps it alive over the top of the backboard. So Dunbar with the basketball. 1:27 to go. Good crowd here tonight. Expecting a little bit better of a ball game, I think the Scott County fans were. Williams shots deflected by Bryce Long. They get it back into the hands of Justin Kelly, and he goes and 1. Justin Kelly, give him 5.
Foul's going to be on Cooper Watts.
Yep, that'll be Cooper's third. Team 6. Clem Dameron in for Scott County. Cooper Watts to the bench. And with 1 minute and 12 seconds to go in the third, Dunbar already will be in the bonus from this point forward. Marino runs down the rebound on the miss. Covington forcing the action, and Darius Williams picks up his second. One thing about Glenn Covington, he's not going to back down from you.
No, I mean, he's battling. Coach Hicks begging for a shot on that attempt. I think Dustin Music says, come on, Coach.
Tic-tac foul called.
Got to call something with that much contact, though.
Jordan Brown, his first, team sixth. I tell you what, Mark, if you're scouting Dunbar tonight, from the coach's perspective, I think I just turned my notebook over.
Yeah, because I'm sitting there thinking you better man up because you're going to have to stop them from getting to the basket. Now, the interesting thing, Mike, and of course Hollingsworth has proven that he can shoot that jumper, but you wonder if Scott County could keep them out of the lane. Nice pass to Marino. We'll call it a pass.
Marino, give him 10.
But you know what I'm saying? If you can keep them out of the lane, it'd be interesting to see if they could hit the jump shot. But daggone, they're so good at getting to the lane. I don't know that you can do that.
Well, Mark, that's what I was going to ask you, and this is not a knock on Cooper Watts or Clem Dameron, but I'd like to see how they can play against a dominant big man inside defensively, and more than that, offensively, because one thing they do not have is a lot of height and bulk.
And Glenn's got to be careful here. That's number 4 on him, if my count's right.
Yep, team 7th. So that's the one question that I would have, is what can they do when they got that dominant guy?
Well, now here's the kicker, and I'm going to play devil's advocate with you. You still got to be able to make a pass to the dominant big guy.
Yep, good point.
But I would say Dunbar, at least from what I've seen tonight, well-deserved the number 1 ranking in the 11th region preseason, and they'll be number 1 in my mind going into the tournament.
16 points for Hollingsworth. We're going to call a foul on the floor to Jordan Lewis.
This will be his 3rd, Mike, is what I've got.
It'll be the team 7th. So both teams in the bonus. 6 seconds to go here in the 3rd. Like I say, join us here tomorrow night, myself along with the coach Scott Willard. We'll bring you the final regular season game for the Scott County Lady Cardinals as they host the Lady Bulldogs of Dunbar.
Bryce Long got the first one, Mike, so he'll get the bonus.
Bryce shooting 65% from the free throw line.
Hard to look up there and see Scott County getting beat by 20.
Making 9. 56-37. Dunbar's trying to get off one more, and what happens? Lewis gets to the bucket. Ball doesn't hit the iron, so 3 quarters in the books. If you're a Scott County fan, you can be happy. Dunbar 56, Scott County 37. Come back with us. Maybe Scott County can pull out another miracle. They did it on Tuesday. They're going to have to do it here tonight. We'll be kicking her out when we come back. We'll start the 4th quarter here on the Scott County Sports Network.
The Hockensmith Agency is proud to call Scott County home. We're your Main Street insurance that blends tradition and innovation to offer the best quality service to our clients. By offering a wide range of coverage from the impressive list of major insurance companies, we truly meet your insurance coverage needs. Come visit us at 224 East Main in Georgetown or online at HockensmithAgency.com. The Hockensmith Agency, providing coverage for the Motorist Insurance Group for all your insurance needs.
People's Exchange Bank doesn't think you can get where you want to go by cutting corners, playing games, or sacrificing relationships. Roots take time to grow and give strength and stability. Since 1912, our banks and our people have been part of your community. And while our services continue to keep pace with your need for today's high-tech conveniences, we know that loyalty never grows old. You don't just need a bank, you need people. People's Exchange Bank. People serving people since 1912.
Welcome back. 3 quarters in the books. Dunbar 56, Scott County 37. And Mark, one thing I was going to ask you is this comes back to pride. Scott County's playing for the rematch if they get it in the 11th region basketball tournament. And there's a turnaround jumper, and the foul's going to be on Cooper Robb. That'll be his 4th. Team 8. So like I was saying, Mark, before that shot attempt, Scott County, they might not win this ball game, but they can set the tone and let Dunbar know they're not going to give up if there is a rematch in that 11th region tournament. And that's huge in my book.
Well, yeah, and you're exactly right. They're not going to They're not going to give up. You know Coach Hicks isn't going to give up. Nobody on that coaching staff is going to give up.
So Williams misses both. So Coach Hicks helped with that call.
Yeah. I think he knew.
The official didn't have the nerve to call it red basketball right there as he was talking to Coach Hicks and really probably wasn't paying attention. So Dameron gets the Marino, left side to Fluker.
And again, Mike, we're talking about really struggling. There's a
tough take by Robb and score.
It'll be a 2, I believe. And yeah, music is saying a 2.
6 points for Cooper Robb. Left side to Hollingsworth on the drive. Touch foul called against Clem Dameron. That's going to be his second. Team 9. And right now they've got Scott County. They went to the bucket so much in the middle of the floor, they're able to drive around them on that baseline to mark, and that's a definite no-no, isn't it?
Yeah.
Defensively.
Well, you give up the baseline, you got to bring everybody over to stop it. It's either going to be a layup for the guy driving, or it's going to be an easy 2 points for the guy on the other end.
Hollingsworth, you can see why he shoots 81%. And Mark, that's a good reason why he shoots. We talk about it all the time. That's probably why he averages 21 points a ball game, because he is such a good free throw shooter. Dameron's tough move, left shot no good. Justin Kelly rebound for Dunbar. Quickly, Hollingsworth down the right side. Fakes the pass, gets to the bucket, up and under Dameron. No foul called right there. Scott County with the break. Cooper Robb with the rebound.
And you know, Mike, again, we're going for the block. Well, I'd like to see us set up and take the charge.
Inside of Dameron, strong move, and the foul on Dunbar.
That's going to be on Williams, I believe. Yeah.
Yep, Darius Williams picks up his third.
But you know what I'm saying? I mean, and I understand when I'm 6'5", I'm sitting there thinking I can block the world, but these guys are very athletic and can take the ball in either hand and go around you, you know, just stretching their arm out and still make the shot. You've got to say, okay, that's not working. What can I do? Stand there and take the charge.
And Mark, you talked about it all night long. Scott County's not even attempted to take one charge.
No, I mean, they're basically letting you split. You're kind of moving out of the way so you don't get hit. You get to try to block the shot. Guys, it's not working. We ain't blocked any shots. I think we had 3 at halftime. And I think we got 4 for the game, Mike. And there's another example.
Hollingsworth gets lost in the crowd. 20 points. He's 1 away from his average. 61-40. Turnover for Scott County. Lewis back to Brown. Brown left-handed layup. Good. 10 points. The third Bulldog to go in double digits is Dontel Brown. 10 points. Jordan Lewis with 12. Hollingsworth leads all scorers by a bunch with 20.
And there's another turnover.
14 for Lewis. And Scott County, Billy Hicks, not giving up. But a 30-second timeout is called. 6:09 to go. 65-40, and Scott County's got to be careful because Dunbar will run them out of the gym tonight if they can do it. So we'll find out what happens when we come back on the Scott County Sports Network.
Time for oral surgery. You need a surgeon you can trust and feel at home with. Consider Dr. Robert Henderson at Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery. Specializing in wisdom teeth extraction, surgery to prepare for dentures, biopsies, corrective jaw surgery, TMJ disorders, and dental implants. All outpatient procedures are performed right here in our office. We participate with most insurance, we offer care credit, and take care of all the paperwork. Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery will give you a lot to smile about.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. 65-40. 6:09 to go. Regular season finale right here. Didn't match up to what we thought it was going to be. It was early, but Dunbar went to that, what was it, Mark, a 2-3?
It's a matchup 2-3, and they just kind of come out and match up.
But since they went to that, Scott County has had no answers.
Well, the problem for them, the reason, Mike, is they're so quick in recovery. That's the thing about it. They get to that spot back too quick. And like I said, Scott County in the first half had a chance, I thought, to catch and shoot, and they basically tried to put the ball on the floor, and they're too quick.
So a little bit of timeout for some crowd adjustment. Something got thrown on the floor.
Caleb Covington on the inbound gets the layup, and he'll draw the chance to make it an old-fashioned three-point play, Mike.
Caleb Covington, his first 2 of the night. So the foul's going to be on Hollingsworth, his second. Team 9. So Scott County shooting 2 for the rest of the night, as well as Dunbar. Covington misses the free throw. Dontel Brown rebound for Dunbar.
Now here's where the pride factor comes in, Mike. You can sit here and get beat by 25, or you can try to cut this thing back to 10 or 12 and see what happens.
So Williams with the miss. Dontel Brown with a putback and one opportunity. Dontel Brown, and the foul's going to be on Scott County's Michael Marino. That'll be his third. Team 10. Dakota Allen, Glenn Covington back in for Scott County. Cam Fluker, Bryce Long out for the Cardinals. So Dontel Brown, 44% free throw shooter. Misses the first. Covington, 16-footer, good. Give him 5. 67-44. 5:30 to go.
Take the shot.
Even Dontel Brown's driving to the bucket around everybody. 14 points.
And I don't understand. Where's the charge attempt right there? I don't understand.
Covington to Rob. Rob with the power step.
Yeah, he got away with the ball. A little frustration on Cooper's part right there. Trying to make something happen.
Under 5 to go. 69-44. Scott County with a couple of mini runs, but every time they get on the run, Dunbar basically outruns them.
All the credit goes to Dunbar tonight. They've taken Scott County out of both ends of the floor. Scott County can't stop them, and they've really intimidated Scott County on the offensive end of the floor. Wow.
Wide open, 16. Good feed from Williams.
A technical foul on number 4.
Foul's going to be on Jordan Lewis, his 4th. That'll be the team 10th.
You got a technical foul on number 4.
That'll be his 4th.
So Cooper Robb should get 4 free throws.
So we should get 4 free throws here, and Scott County get the basketball back.
Might be the best offensive series they've had, Mike.
Rob misses the first. .76% free throw shooter. Misses the first. Misses the second. That kind of summarizes the night right there, doesn't it?
Now the technicals will be, or actually, with those, now that's 2 shots. So we're going to let Glenn Covington shoot these.
Covington, 74% free throw shooter.
And the thing about it is, Mike, if you're going to try to make it respectable here at the end, you got to make the free throws.
So Scott County 0 for 3 in this opportunity. Oh for 4. No, get the basketball.
Wow. Just not Scott County's night. Start the game so well.
My question for you, as we have a timeout here, I'll save it. I'll ask it for you now, and you can think about it during the break. Scott County, as a coach, do you just throw this tape away or not? We'll find the answer when we come back from the governor. 4:21 to go, 71-44. Dunbar with the lead on the Scott County Sports Network.
Well,
Over 40 years, and Frank Shoup in Georgetown is still a big name in cars.
He's big on service and he's big on deals. He sells all the quickest names on wheels. Frank Shoup's a new tradition. Bring on the competition. Frank Shoup is gonna set the pace.
Welcome back. 4:21 to go in the ball game. So, Mark, I asked the question before the break. If you're a coach for Scott County, do you just throw this film away, or you try to show it to your team? It's gotten almost to that point.
I don't think I throw it away. I don't think I should have to remind my team of this whipping. I would hope that they would remember this on their own.
Cooper Robb on the drive and the score. Cooper Robb, give him 8. Scott County has one score in double digits. That's Michael Marino with 10. Vincent Clark back out to Jordan Brown. The lead's at 25, 71-46. Hollingsworth on the drive, and the foul's going to be on Dakota Allen, his first. 2 free throws for Hollingsworth. Cam Fluker, Josh Davis coming in for Scott County. This is the first. Cooper Robb, Michael Marino. Well, Cooper Robb and Cooper Watts coming out. Michael Marino already out of the ball game. So Scott County goes Caleb Covington, Cam Fluker, Dakota Allen, Josh Davis, and Glenn Covington as Hollingsworth gets his average at 21.
Still in that 2-2-1. This just slows Scott County down. They're really not trying to trap, Mike. This makes Scott County take their time coming up. Again, Dunbar's done a great job tonight of keeping Scott County out of rhythm. There's another turnover.
Mark, it's hard to make a 20-foot pass in a matchup against a matchup zone towards the basket and expect it to be successful.
When those guys are quicker than you.
Williams, 18-footer, no good. Josh Davis rebound. He throws it right out of bounds as he tried to get it to Cam Fluker, and Cam Fluker was a little bit faster than the pass.
And, you know, Mike, that's just kind of indicative of how the ball game's gone for Scott County.
So into the ball game, Trey Homer, number 22, as well as number 12, Ben Keplinger.
As the Scott County faithful start leaving, Mike.
Don't see that very often with 3 minutes to go. There's going to be some head shaking going on when you see this score in the morning in the newspaper. I see it on the Sports Tonight. You got Josh Moore from the Herald Leader, Ryan Alvey from the News Graphic covering the ball game tonight.
I think everybody was expecting to see a little bit more of a fight.
Covington fouls out of the ball game. He picks up his 5th. I got to give Glenn Covington credit. He come out of not with his starting role where he's normally been used to it, but he's one of the ones you can look at. He did play with a lot of heart tonight as Landon Easley, number 45, coming in for Scott County, the 6'7" sophomore. Glad to see him back out there. He kind of twisted an ankle a little bit in the JV game. Hollingsworth misses the first. 72-46, 2.5 to go here in the ball game. Give him 22. Caleb Covington forces contact, and the foul's going to be on Ben Keplinger. Be his first. Covington to the free throw line with 2. And Mark, while we got a little second here, Scott County opens up district play on next Monday. They'll play the number 4 seed Sayre. That game will be at 8 o'clock. Henry Clay, the 2 seed, will take station at 8 o'clock on Tuesday. Championship right here at Scott County on Thursday at 8 p.m.
Caleb Covington gets both his, too. Yeah, it'll be an exciting week next week, Mike, with the 42nd district here. It's been 3 years. Kind of forget it rotates around that quick.
And then the boys' games, they all start at 8 because you got the 42nd district girls' games that kick off every night. And that one, Scott County will play on Monday night at 6 against Bryan Station, the number 4 seed. Kaplinger with the 3, nails it. And Henry Clay will take on the Sayre Spartans. Sayre defeated Bryan Station this season, so they're the number 3 seed. That game will be Tuesday at 6, and then the championship of the girls, 42nd district, will be at 6 p.m. on Thursday night. Foul's going to be on Jordan Brown, his second. And you talk about the 42nd, let's look at the 43rd. Dunbar, the number 1 seed, will take on the winner of LCA and Tates Creek. That game is at Monday night. Dunbar will play on Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Lexington Catholic and Lafayette. That'll be a good first-round game. Loser goes home. Both of those teams ranked in the top 20 in the state. On the girls' side, Lafayette has sewed up the number 1 seed on the girls' side of the 43rd district. They'll take on LCA Creek winner. That game will be on Wednesday at 6:15. Catholic and Dunbar will have the loser goes home game on Tuesday at 6:15.
Caleb Covington makes 4 straight free throws.
The championship game in the boys is Friday night at 8 o'clock in the 43rd district, and the girls is at 6:15. We'll be bringing you the Scott County action in the 42nd district right here. Have both games Monday night. On the drive, J.V. Richardson.
Again, another chance for Scott County to attempt to take a charge. We've not tried to take one tonight.
Zane Wilson, turnaround 16-footer, saved by Fluker. And they're going to say on the end line. Good effort by Cam Fluker. Under a minute, 78-50 is your score. Join us here tomorrow night. Coach Will will scoot over into the color analyst seat. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play as the Scott County Lady Cardinals take on the Lady Bulldogs of Dunbar. We'll be on the air about 7:15. Zane Wilson dribbles it off the shin, out of bounds, getting an applause from Coach Hicks for the hustle. And Mark, you look down there. Who's the most angry fan at Scott County?
Ryan Bartz.
Ryan Bartz.
He's not happy tonight.
He's going to tell us all about it. And I tell you what, he'll give us an expert opinion as anybody. He knows the game. And there's nobody I'd much rather talk to about Scott County sports than Ryan Bartz, as the three-pointer from Trey Homer is good. 81-50. Scott County has a chance to get it under the 30-point mark. Zane Wilson fires the three. No good. Loose ball picked up by Caleb Covington. Stripped on the way up. Gets the rebound. And fouled this time on the way up.
Matthew Brown gets his name in the book. Caleb Covington's got a chance to make it 6 in a row, Mike.
Misses the first. Gets the second. Give Caleb 7. All of them in the fourth quarter. 81-51. Dunbar's going to just run out the clock, and that's going to be your final score. It's going to be Scott County 51, Dunbar 81. Scott County probably the worst loss we've seen for the Cardinals here on the home court in a long time. But one thing about it, you got to give credit to Dunbar.
Dunbar came in here, Mike, executed the game plan, and really, in my mind, challenged Scott County, and we didn't stand up. We backed up.
So looking at the unofficial scoring totals real quick for Dunbar, Jordan Lewis with 14, Dontel Brown with 16, Travion Hollingsworth with 22, Ben Keplinger with 3, Justin Kelly with 5. Vincent Clark had 2. J.V. Richardson with 2. Jordan Brown with 3. Trey Homer with 3. Darius Williams had 8. All of those in the first half. For Scott County, Bryce Long with 9. Dakota Allen started and gets 2 points. Cooper Robb with 8. Caleb Covington with 7. Glenn Covington with 5. Michael Moreno, the only double-digit scorer for Scott County with 10, as he has a double-double. Clem Dameron with 3. Cooper Watts with 6. So that gets us to our final score. Dunbar 81, Scott County 51. Like we say, Scott County back in action Monday night. The girls will take on Bryan Station at 6:15 in the first game of the district. The boys will take on the Sayre Spartans at 8 o'clock in the second game of the night. And then the final championship game will be Thursday night. We'll have Scott County's games in the 42nd district for you here on the Scott County Sports Network. But let's not forget, tomorrow night, myself, Coach Willard, will be bringing you the season finale for the girls as the Scott County Lady Cardinals host the Dunbar Lady Bulldogs right here on the Scott County Sports Network. We'll be back on the air at 7:15. So for everybody here tonight, my partner Mark Walls, for Scott Willard, Kevin Ritchie, Dave Burgess, I'm Mike Ritchie. Glad you can watch us. Have a good evening and see you tomorrow night on the Scott County Sports Network.